Hi Leslie, good afternoon. Thank you so much for your post. I just jotted down a few notes to make sure I could respond properly. So, the first thing you talked about is how values shape our way of how we perceive the world, and I definitely think that is true. I think about my perception of the world when I interact with people, and it's through my filter and my lens of my experience. And I definitely believe that we all can do that because, in general, um, people people are raised differently. They have different educational experiences or no educational experiences, or the group of people that they were around in those really formative years, they shape the rest of your life unless you are able to shake them off or completely depart from them, which some people do. But I think in your psyche, though, like that muscle memory, that blood memory, really goes back to how you were raised and who you were around, and, middle school friends, high school friends, elementary school friends. And many of us, even when they aren't great values, we do tend to like hang on to them just because maybe that's what's familiar. Another thing she talked about was how we interact with everyone through our experiences. And I think that's true. And I have an anecdote about that in terms of being with um, clients. I definitely interact with them through a certain filter, and that is usually like a lot of politeness. And I think that if you haven't grown up with that, or if that's something that you're not accustomed to, it may feel like a false pretense, but it's just how I was raised. And I definitely think that I am a person that I feel like when you're polite and when you're kind and when you're respectful, that allows people to open up more. But it may not. It may feel quite cringeworthy to someone who is not used to that. So I definitely try to like take that into account. And there's a saying about treat others how you want to be treated. But I do think that you have to treat people how they want to be treated until they want to be treated differently, or until they're shown different. Because if I'm interacting with someone who has come from a home that it's not easy to digest how I'm acting towards them, or they feel like I'm trying to gain something from them, and that may not be a conducive, like, helping relationship. The third point that I just want to talk about was how you said that you're sold out for Jesus, and how you have an awareness and sensitivity about that because people who aren't followers may not want to be around you, or may feel like their values may rub off on them, or that they disagree, or whatever the case may be. But I think in today's age there really is a lot more tolerance, whether you are a believer or not. And I think that we are at a point where views should be more inclusive instead of exclusive. So thank you so much for sharing, and have a wonderful evening. Thank you.